What's the one sound you really can't ignore?
Oh, babies crying.
I think that is true for... I don't know, is it true for boys?
I was going to say Wu-Tang Clan.
What is that?
Wu-Tang Clan, Killer Bees on the Storm.
Wu-Tang Clan, you know.
RZA, Method Man, Ghostface Killer.
You know Ghostface Killer, Sandy.
Keep going till we get to Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style? I knew you from somewhere.
I would say our fridge makes a noise if you leave the door open.
Ooh.
I never hear the fridge until the noise stops.
That sounds like a trailer for a horror film.
Yeah. The silence of the fridge. Yeah.
Everything I own warns me all the time. I used to have a microwave. When it stopped, it went ping. And now it goes beep, 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 beep.
Is it reversing?
Beep, 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 beep. But it keeps reversing forevermore, until there's a power cut.
Do you think the people making white goods for your house have seen you on this show?
My car bleeps. If I'm in reverse, it bleeps. And if I'm near something at the back, it bleeps. It does a different bleep if I'm near something at the front.
Who's letting you drive?
Bleep. And then on top of that, my wife's next to me going, this car's making too much noise. And all the kids going, oh, what's all this bleeping? Shut up! I can see nothing behind! I can see nothing in front! I know I'm in reverse! I put it there myself!
Sadly, on his 234th show, Alan Davis had a complete breakdown.
The dopamine, I just had the dopamine.
Everyone heard you, yeah.
Anyway, I wasn't talking about any of those things. Technically, we are talking about the one sound a child cannot ignore.
Oh, ice cream van.
No. It's the sound of a woman's voice, is what we now know. So children tend to sleep through fire alarms and so on. They tend to sleep through them. It's partly because they sleep more deeply.
I read about this, so they were going to have a smoke alarm that had a voice coming out of it if it was in a child's bedroom.
Absolutely right. There is a really strong response to a maternal voice, and that is why there's going to be a new kind of smoke alarm with a female voice, so they've been testing them. I don't know if this would do it for me. It was a woman's voice going, wake up, the house is on fire.
No, you want a bit more urgency.
I think that might be better than the alternate. My mother was an incredibly sweary woman.
Yes.
And I think if she'd recorded a fire alarm, it would have been just filth. It would have been like a pirate was doing it.
Dundee University, working with Derbyshire Fire and Rescue, they tested smoke alarms in 2017 on sleeping children, and it is astonishing, the difference. The woman's voice will wake the child up 86 to 91% of the time, whereas a tone alarm just over 50%. Apparently, incorporating your child's name into the recording makes no difference whatsoever. Call a little girl Frank, and they wouldn't make any difference.
I think if you use your child's name, that's when they ignore you.
Yes, I guess.
They hear their name and think, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Why that thing when they use your full name? If I was ever referred to as James, it would... Oh, I'm in a lot of trouble here.
Yes.
What are your middle names?
Anthony Patrick.
Did they sometimes use the lot? Then you're really in this shit.
I think that's called a judge. You're in court.
I'd like you to act out the opening scene of the classic film All Together Passionately.
Sorry, am I on the wrong show?
Yes. I mean, I'm happy to do it as long as I can go on top.
I think you should speak to Josh.
Yeah. As long as you've got a cushion, I'm fine with it. Okay.
Anybody know? All Together Passionately?
It's
Great
not
film.
ringing any bells.
It is the Italian name, I will tell you, for a very famous film. Tutti insieme appassionatamente.
I'll be honest, if anything, I'm further away from the answer.
Yeah.
OK, if I do this...
Passion of the Christ.
No, and I'm twirling around on top of an Austrian mountain.
Oh, Sound of Music.
Sound of Music. It is the Italian name.
Is there an Italian phrase for the sound of music?
Apparently Apparently that's what they called it, Altogether Passionately.
Oh, no. That sounds like a film you wouldn't watch on a train.
Do you watch a lot of films on trains?
Lots of them. You have
Oh,
to
yes,
be-
because you don't fly,
Yes,
so you spend your
yes.
life on a train.
So you have to be very careful sometimes if you have a film with a bit of
Naughtiness.
naughtiness.
Ooh, yeah.
You have to turn it to the window.
Does anybody here cry at movies on planes that you wouldn't normally cry at? Like Paul Blart Mall Cop? I mean, floods. Not even the movie, sometimes it's a credit card ad. Like, oh my God, she lost her credit. Oh, she got it back. Oh, thank God. So many emotions to handle in one commercial.
Well, here's the thing about The Sound of Music. It was so popular in South Korea when it was first released. One theatre owner in Seoul made the film shorter by cutting out all the musical numbers. He could show it more often.
Do you know, I've never seen it.
Oh, Josh.
Oh, really? Never?
You never see the "You are 16 going on 17."
Yeah, it's like that, but with a tune. And... I was once lucky enough to meet Julie Andrews. It's the only time in my entire life I've been completely speechless.
Because she wouldn't shut up.
She just... asking me what my favourite things were. It's very annoying.
Do you like them tied up with string? I bet you do, girl. I bet you do. What's the deer? What's the female deer? Come on, leave me alone. I'll get the puppets out. Do you want to see the goat herd? It wasn't me singing. Maria. I'll be back with you. I'm Maria. Shut up, Julie. God.
I'll be honest, I understood none of that.
Was the First World War first named as such?
The outbreak, the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand.
You think they called it the First World War straight
Before
away?
it started. Yeah.
It would be an act of a pessimist to call it the First World War that early, surely. It's going to be some point after 1939, isn't it?
A realist, surely.
So
there's going to be more of these.
Yeah.
At what point?
Excuse me, I think what I said, people in the box, is after 1939, which may contain 1939, but does not mean it.
No, well...
After 1939 and after the Second World War are not synonymous. Now, this is just giving you time to type after 1939. Why don't you just type, Mitchell is a cop?
In theory, how fast can this boat sail? OK. Oh, the jib's broken. Oh, hang on a minute. Wait. Oh, there we are. OK, do it again.
Depending on the wind?
Yes, one moment. Hold that thought, and I'll do it again. OK, nobody knows for sure how to separate the sardines from the pilchards. In theory, how fast...
Something about wind.
Well, how unusual a boy who came before I was ready.
Sorry. Put your glasses on.
It's happened again. Sorry. I'll see you tomorrow, same time.
Tomorrow, buddy.
I'm going to do it again.
Okay, baby.
You know what to do. There you go.
I'm ready. Come on. Hold on. Just sit
Right.
down.
Quiet! Right, here we go. Nobody knows for sure how to separate the sardines from the pilchards. In theory, how fast can this boat sail? Claudia, what do you think?
Has it got something to do with wind?
Yes! saying here?
Oh, adorable. I mean, it's time for tea. Get all your mallard friends. I've laid out the area.
But do not bring bread.
Yes, no, bread is very bad for ducks. That's a very good point. But you mentioned mallards. Most ducks don't quack. But it is predominantly female mallards who make this particular noise. And why do you think they make it?
Is it a duck rape alarm? Because isn't that a famous... Consent is not big in the duck world.
No, not at all. They're nasty to each other sometimes. Yeah.
Yes, and I think the mating thing is pretty horrible. Hashtag quack quack.
They mate for life, and they're in love. I believe that. I saw it on a Valentine's card.
That's swans.
Yeah.
Yes, the sex act is a forced one for ducks.
Yeah, and they chase them down, and then they keep their face out the water by holding their neck up with a beak.
Very unpleasant.
And then they impose themselves upon the female. In the middle of Hampstead Heath.
It's not right. So the females give these bouts of loud, monotonous quacks, particularly during their pre-laying period. Why might they do that?
But is it because they're fertile?
It is because they're fertile, but it isn't what you might think, which is that they're looking for a mate, because they quite often will do it when the mate is right there. Weirdly, we now think it's because they're drawing the attention of any predatory mammals who might be in the area. So what they want to do is, if the predators come, they think, not going to stay here and nest, it's not safe. And so they're actually trying to attract the very thing that might have a go at them.
Gosh, that's clever, isn't
it? It's clever,
yes,
isn't it?
Yes, yes, like leaving your car doors unlocked if you go to look round a house.
Yeah, exactly that, yeah.
Exactly.
OK, I haven't thought of doing that, but that's very clever. The other possibility, of course, is that there's already a pair of ducks there and they're sending out a message saying, we've moved in, don't any other ducks come, because this is our place, so go away. But now, let's all have a go. You've all got a duck caller. There is a human sport of duck calling, so trying to get the waterfowl to come in order to be shot, and the best duck callers take part in a World Championship duck calling contest, which is in Arkansas in every Thanksgiving.
Well, why don't we all go?
I don't know.
Why aren't we there?
I know. Let's see if we're good enough. Victorian children used to make their bird callers by cutting the larynx from a recently dead goose. Yeah, and blowing through it.
Oh, thank God television was invented.
I know.
Look at what they used to do if a child had no legs. You just had to muck in.
Yeah. Anyway, in 1850, there was a 12-year-old who accidentally swallowed his goose's larynx that he was blowing through, and he started honking like a goose every time he breathed. And there was a German doctor who eventually performed a tracheotomy on him, and there's a medical paper entitled On the Removal of a Larynx of a Goose from That of a Child. Speaking of insects, what is this fly doing in this painting?
Oh, the one by the plate?
There's also one on her head.
Oh, yes. Talking to the one by the plate?
Yeah.
Come up here. The food's here. The food's down here. You can see for miles up here. They'll swat you. She won't swat herself in the head, will she?
It's called musca depicta, so musca, Latin for fly, and it was to show how skillful the artist is. It's a way of saying, I can paint a fly that is so realistic an observer might just want to kind of...
Well, clearly not, because that's the world's biggest fly.
So when you see the painting, you think, there's a fly on it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh,
my God! It's painted on.
At the time it was painted, that was thought to be quite a thing, so it was a fairly new idea, the concept of trompe-l'oeil, or trick of the eye.
The people go in and try and eat the beans.
That, exactly that.
It's a painting!
Yeah.
Oh, my God!
The very supposed first ever use of the trompe-l'oeil was a painting competition in ancient Greece between the artists Zeuxis and Parrhasius, and Zeuxis painted some realistic grapes that apparently the birds flew down and tried to take, and so Parrhasius then painted a curtain that was so realistic that Zeuxis himself was fooled and tried to push it to one side.
I think all of these stories from ancient Greece are just nonsense.
Yes, let's not do that anymore.
This is so exciting to me. Yes, rip it up, rip it up!
Yes!
It's nonsense.
It's
the bird
all
flew
nonsense.
down to the grapes. It did not. It's 2D. The bird can't identify that. It's not seeing grapes. The curtains, the real curtains. Bullshit! You can tell it's a painting. And the Greeks, they just spread it about. Yeah, that happened. And we, for thousands of years, we're still going, amazing, you know, nature trees, the bird did it.
The single...
How have they convinced us of this utter nonsense?
I don't know. The single torn card. I've got rid of the whole of Greek mythology.
Get that, move that, Alan.
Yeah. So that is amazing. That was painted in 1658.
That actually does look like a curtain.
Isn't that incredible?
In fairness, that is good, though, isn't it? I mean, if the Greeks saw that, they'd shit themselves.
An odorless question. Where can you find the largest collection of things that don't smell? Matt.
Is it in the sea?
Oh, right. Why do you think that?
Because, I mean, there's salt.
Yes.
But salt doesn't have very strong smell.
No. And neither do fish, famously.
What I'm proposing,
yes.
and I'm clever, is that once you're under the water,
right,
you can't smell. Have you tried to smell under the water, anybody?
That doesn't mean it doesn't smell.
Well, if a tree falls in the forest and it doesn't smell, then, yeah.
We are in the town where I was born.
Copenhagen.
We're in wonderful, wonderful Copenhagen. What are the things that old statues might lose as they get transported about or over the years? What might they lose?
Fingers.
Private parts.
OK, yes, I was going to, again, go higher, but you've just gone with that side of the thing. Noses. They lose their noses. And so there is the most glorious art museum in Copenhagen. It's called the New Carlsberg Glyptotek, and it contains a nasotek. It is a collection of noses. In the 19th century, museums used to repair them. So there used to be a collection of noses used to repair statues. This was a thing that we don't do anymore, because now we think we should leave the statue exactly as it is.
Have we got any photos from the Penis Museum?
Yes, is the truth of it. Lots of statues lost their penises. That is entirely true.
But that was on purpose, wasn't it?
Due to prudery.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so about 80% of the male nude statues in the Vatican gardens are missing their members.
Oh, no, because I just thought I was average. Are you saying they've been taken off?
They've been taken off, and they say there's a secret room in the Vatican that has all of them in it.
Sandy, I've listened to your explanation and I'm still going with under the sea.
Well, that's fine, darling. You're just not going to win. So, but bizarrely, the Copenhagen Nasotek is not the only false nose collection in Scandinavia. There's a nose academy at Lund in Sweden, where you can find, supposedly, a plaster cast of the great botanist there, Carl Linnaeus, and the cast of the legendary silver nose of the Danish astronomer Tycho Brahe. There's also an unknown nose, which is a monument to the nose of the common man who didn't qualify for nasal immortality. Nobody knows exactly. If your statue has no nose, it might be found in a museum in Copenhagen. Why would you want to eat in a restaurant with a heavy fork and nothing fresh on the menu?
Right away, chef.
Is it because you're in space?
The great restaurant in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about space or restaurants.
Clearly.
But if there was one, then the heavy fork would stop it floating away.
It doesn't really work that with gravity.
No.
There either is gravity or there isn't.
Yeah.
If the people are floating away, the fork's not going to be staying. Your sprouts are going to be all over while you can't lift your fork.
No sprouts. This is just like the toothpaste that astronauts have.
So what do you need the fork for?
To open the toothpaste.
It's like somebody direct from NASA. Mark, what do you reckon?
I think the space thing sounded quite plausible.
You like that, do you think?
Yeah, because in space you can't have anything fresh, can you?
They grow things in space,
It's
don't
nothing
they?
to do with space! Philip, help me out.
I'd love to help you out.
Go on.
So are we talking about, like, game?
Is it a fork or
Yes,
is it
it
another...
isn't- it isn't
not a
eating
fork in the road?
Is it to do with space? I've had some very difficult TV appearances, but my classes normally do stay on.
She starts throwing the hat around, you know you're in trouble, Mark Watson.
OK, none of this is working. There is is a computer scientist. His name is Dan Jarafsky, and he looked at the description of dishes on 6,500 menus. And the higher-end restaurants, they tend not to describe food as fresh. They don't describe it as tasty, they don't describe it as ripe, because the customers in the high-end restaurants expect it to be those things. In fact, in posh restaurants, they tend to use kind of sexy terminology. So if food is sort of sensuous or silky, they use language like that.
Nude.
Yeah. Nude, yeah. Careful, nude aubergine.
We got a topless chicken and we put it under the grill. Ooh, it's a bit naughty.
This sandwich will wank you off.
That's too sexy. Yes. We've all thought it. We've all thought it.
What's wrong with... No! OK, moving on. In posh restaurants, they use a completely different language. And here is the bizarre thing. People enjoy their food more with heavy cutlery. So there's a guy called Charles Michel, and he is the chef in residence at Oxford University's Cross-Modal Research Laboratory. So what they are researching is how our different senses modulate any appreciation of flavour. And so he gave everybody exactly the same meal. And people who used heavy cutlery were willing to pay 15% more for their food. It is one of the most bizarre things.
Yeah. Was there any point when the fork became too heavy? Because I reckon there is that is a scale that actually, by the time you've got like a garden fork, people are then refusing to pay again.
What you might have done now inadvertently is inspired cheap restaurants to glue their forks to the table to give the illusion.
Or glue two forks together, thereby doubling the weight.
Yeah. One of the ways that restaurants trick you into spending a bit more money, did anybody know?
Hypnotism.
What?
Hypnotism.
Hypnotism.
Would you like the veal?
I mean, I would. I'd certainly order it after
Absolutely, yeah.
No, one of the things they do is they remove the pound sign from menus.
Oh, yeah.
So they did a study at Cornell University, and if it just has the numbers, somehow we don't associate that with the true cost of something.
You think it might just be 2.4 ants or something?
Our brain kind of doesn't turn that into dollars or pounds. If you put $20, then you suddenly think about the price, but if you just have the number, subconsciously...
They say of the Acropolis, where the Parthenon is... They say of the Acropolis where the Parthenon is... They say of the Acropolis where the Parthenon is... that they...
It turns out they didn't say anything at all. I think it might
They say of the Acropolis where the Parthenon is...
Everyone!
They say of the Acropolis where the Parthenon is... They say of the Acropolis where the Parthenon is... They say of the Acropolis where the Parthenon is... Fight!
Bloody hell, Stephen. This better be good.
Moving on. So, the triglyph is a remnant of the stone.
Sorry, I've just got a question. What do they say about the Acropolis where the Parthenon is?
They say...
What do they say? What do they say?
He's going to say, 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 he's going to say. What do they say about the Acropolis where the Parthenon is? Can I write it down? Read it, it says it there.
Well, you've got to tell us now.
They say of the Acropolis that there are no straight lines. Damn, that hurt.
Do they?
Yeah.
Whatever.